Hi guys, how are you? If you guys don't know me yet, my name is Gary. I'm the CEO of Steam Exchange. Welcome to our bi-weekly AMA. So I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of what we're doing here for the new members as well. If you missed it from, we are a centralized exchange in Canada. We're currently fully compliant with all the government bodies that regulate it in Canada. Sorry, it may have a delay. Just want to let you know, guys, I'm in the middle of a storm here. So if you have a delay, it's not you guys, it's me. So we're fully compliant as per current regulations. We will not abandon you like Binance did. So Binance decided that they don't want to be compliant and it's easier for them to abandon an entire country. Um, we will never, we will never abandon you. So we're here to stay. We've gone the extra step to be fully compliant and for this not to happen to us. So one of our main missions is to bridge the trust between the community and crypto. And the way we started it is by offering, we're going to have physical locations where you can always walk in and ask a question and talk to a real human instead of online sending a ticket and waiting for the result, God knows how long. We have a current legal team working to be fully compliant with many other countries all around the world. The development of our exchange began well before we had launched our token. So we did not ask users to give up their funds in order for us to follow through with our idea. We've supplied our own money and put it forth to start the development to show that we are serious and we already have a legitimate project way well into the works. So local Steam Exchange locations will also provide the common user with a basic knowledge base of how to use the exchange, how to trade, what to look for. You can always teach people how to count, but what they count is up to them. So if that makes any sense, if not, we can revisit that later, guys. We're also properly registered in Canada and around the world. This allows us to have a DUNS number. So why is a DUNS number important? DUNS number is like a FICO score for your business. You need it to do operations with other government bodies around the world. The DUNS company checks you on their own end. So you cannot just supply them with documents and hope that they will authorize it based on your documents. They go in and manually verify it. You also need a DUNS number to become an Apple developer from a company standpoint, not as an individual. So Apple had to do their own verification as well. The DUNS number for us was approved. Apple approved us, and we're in the process of uploading our mobile app to Apple. Same with Android. Fintrac. Fintrac is another license that we had to acquire. So a money service business requires a Fintrac verification. So we had to apply to Fintrac, and they are serious people. So they are directly the government. They have to verify that you're not a criminal, you don't have any pending charges. So we had to do that for the entire team. So rest assured that we are here to stay. Also, they check that our incorporation paperwork is up to par. It's essentially the same license that all banks have. In terms of testing the platform, we currently have select members from our NDA. Sorry, select members that already have an NDA with us that are currently actually doing the testing on the platform. So in a little bit, we will do a quick preview for all the new guys of stage two. Um, and you will see what we were at, where we're at, sorry. What we were at is stage one, which is the old one that you guys seen before. And Neville can throw a picture at the chat if you have it there, Neville. so people can see what the difference is. In stage one, we only cared about the functionality. So we didn't necessarily care that the button was a beautiful one and it didn't have to look fancy. It just had to work. In stage two, we're implementing, we're bedazzling it, so to speak, if you guys can understand what I'm saying. Now we're working on the user interface and making it look good. So the mobile applications are currently being uploaded. Stage three is, we began stage three actually on Friday. So stage three, we have started implementing, and Evo, I'm just gonna say it out. There's no reason to, um, there's no reason, no reason to hold it back. So secretly, while developing the centralized exchange, guys, we've also started developing a decentralized exchange. So as of Friday, we've started connecting our decentralized exchange to our centralized exchange backend. So when Neville came out and said, we want you guys to do everything your heart desires in one house, that's what we meant. So we meant that you no longer have to go to many different websites to accomplish one simple task. So whether you want a decentralized exchange or a centralized exchange, you can just come to steamexchange.ca and you will be taken care of whichever way you like it. The decentralized exchange will first feed off of the centralized exchange. So that's how you could potentially fill in a huge order. If you want to spend $1 million or $200 million, we will fill the order. But first, we'll use the orders in the centralized exchange first, because these are our home users. Then we'll source it out if we have to, if it's not enough. But the idea behind it is that no matter how much money you want to trade, the liquidity will always be there. So without further ado, today's goal is to show you guys stage two user interface. Neville, are you set up there for the backend authorization?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead. So this is, can you see it, Neville?
Yep, I can see your screen.
I don't have my second screen on me. Okay, so this is what the exchange would look like. It looks like right now when you start up. That's how it opens up. And we're just gonna do this quick rundown so you can sign up. I'm just gonna use the marketing address. We'll delete this from the database later. Sorry. And then if you have a referral code, you obviously put it in, accept the terms and conditions, hit the sign. Are you serious? Sorry, guys. I think we need to make this easier.
No, it's good that it's that tough. Even you can't get in.
I can't even sign up. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Neville, could you do me a favor and actually log into that email and click the confirm button? Or you know what? Here, I should have it. Okay, maybe I'm in the wrong email there. Can you double check on your end?
Done. You should be good.
You did it? Thank you.
Yep.
And there you go, guys. And your first sign up, it will start generating stuff for you. Now, you do have to do the KYC. So at this point, you did any KYC, you won't be able to deposit or withdraw funds. And that's on the centralized end. If you go to the decentralized,
I just verified you, so you should be
oh,
good
you
to
did
show that.
verify. Okay.
Yep.
So then you would have gone. Okay. So normally, guys, you would have gone into here and you would have done the verification process. So Neville did it on the back end manually. We can bypass it if there's an issue. So email verification, actually, that's the first step. Phone verification is the second step, and identity verification is the third step. You do have to upload documents. We're just speeding the process up today so you guys can see what it looks like. Your activity is here. As you can see, we're still working out some bugs. Like, for example, this background, we still didn't change it. If you go to your wallet, it will now start to generate a deposit and a withdrawal address for you. It'll just take a minute because it's all being done on the back end and it's generating it uniquely just for you. So your own address on the actual blockchain.
So one of the cool things about this, guys, is that you'll see on the screen, you see BSC. So we've actually implemented the entire Binance Smart Chain into our backend. So what that means is that when you come into Steam Exchange, and like Gary mentioned earlier, we have now a DEX, you can actually trade on the BSC from Steam Exchange. So it generates its own wallet address. You can pull it up on BSC Scan. It's a legitimate wallet address just for you. So that's pretty unique. You don't see that in centralized exchanges.
Correct. So we could have it trade against anything that we want. So you don't necessarily have to go to the decentralized. You could come to the centralized exchange and trade literally smart chain BNB into anything that you want. So there's no need for you to convert it back to BNB. The only reason other exchanges do it is, again, they want your money, and every time you swap something, they get service fees, right? And literally, that is the only reason why everybody does that to you. And I don't see a reason to continue doing it like this. It doesn't make sense to rip people off just because you can, right? Where is? 1 second. Oh, sorry. Why is it not? 1 second. What did I do? What did I do?
Yeah, definitely still working out the bugs, right, Gary?
It says I got the password incorrect. Oh, I'm using admin. Sorry. Clicking the wrong button. All right. So it took a second, but it did generate it, guys. So to withdraw, you'll have 2FA. You have to enable it. And again, that's by the settings. So if you don't want it, you can disable it. But it's stock, it leaves it, so you have to enable it. As you can see, it changes. It's unique to every single account. Okay, guys, that's basically the quick rundown of stage 2. We will have stage 3. This is not the final version. Of course, we'll do a further deeper dive into it, how to use the chart, buy orders, sell at market, sell at limit, the little favorite button right here, what everything does, right? And we will also implement beginner versus advanced, standard versus advanced, 2 different kind of UI that's more suited to the type of the trader that any person may be. So with that being said, I'm going to hand it off.
To me.
I'm going to hand it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gary.
Sorry, I don't know if it cut out. Yeah. Go ahead, Neville.
All right, on. All right, so there you guys saw it. That was our stage two. So we've been working on the upgrade of the UI for the last month and a half. It's still not fully complete. There's still a bit left to do before we can officially say we wrapped it up. So Chris has been working with the developers, and there's just a few more updates to put in on, and then we can progress from where we are. So right after this, we embark on stage three, and like Gary mentioned, a major part of stage three was the DEX, right? So we're the first platform, centralized platform that's offering a DEX at the same time. Um, Fully compliant, fully regulated, fully safe, fully secure. We keep saying it and we'll keep saying it. We never want you to have to go to multiple platforms to accomplish your cryptocurrency needs. You can do it all in one house. So, the moment everyone's been waiting for. And I do apologize for taking so long to get to this point, but here we are, the launch plan. So, at first, we said there's going to be no pre sale. Like I said on Sunday during our AMA, then there will be a pre sale. The details of those pre-sale, it's going to be fully whitelisted, so no one can get in with bots. We're going to control what the whitelist is. The soft cap we're aiming for is 1,000, and the hard cap we're aiming for is 1,675. There's going to be three tiers of that pre-sale. The first tier, it comes with a price of one BNB equals 20 million CMEX tokens. Tier 2 price is 1 BNB equals 20 million CMEX tokens. But then tier 3 price, and that's the price that's not whitelisted and it's open to the public, is 1 BNB equals 17,500,000 CMEX tokens. So how does it work? How do you get in? I guess that's a golden question everyone wants to know. So tier 1 and tier 2, it's going to happen through a sweep widget contest. So I mentioned earlier on Sunday that we're going to be announcing a new sweep widget contest. Thank you to everyone that took part in the first one. We rewarded you guys for your time and your effort. It was definitely a good initiative you guys put forth, and we appreciate that. So we're going to put together a new one that's not as difficult as the first one. The first one was a little bit tedious. Upload screenshots, prove that you did this, prove that you did that. So we want to get rid of that, right? So we're going to put more trust in the community. And what we're going to do is we're going to offer a contest that's easy to do, and anyone that takes part will be eligible for the whitelist. In addition to that, we're also doing a private sale. So the private sale is going to be very small. It's going to be very select. And in order to qualify for the private sale, you have to join our raid team. So we're going to have our raid team full force. We're going to have a shill army, and we're going to push the space like never before. In order to qualify for the private sale, you have to be selected by the raid, the shill army leaders, right? So everyone's going to have their own team, everyone's going to do their own thing, but these leaders are going to select from the raid team who's going to get this private sale. We're doing an audit. Of course, we have to get our contract audited. We've had 2 audits in the past, so we're going to go with Desert Finance again. We felt that they did a really good job at not just auditing the token, but they also audited the team. They audited the business, they audited all the socials. So they did a pretty good job at putting everything into one package for you to really read and understand. The golden question that everyone's asking is when launch? And maybe I'll delay this till next week. What do you guys think? No, I'm just
I
joking.
thought
Yeah,
it
I
was
think
one
good idea.
Lambo.
I think
No,
that's
no,
a good
no.
idea.
Yo, you think it's a good idea? Okay, let's delay it till next week. No, I'm joking. So we're
Yeah,
gonna be
let
launching.
us feel excited about it.
No, no, no. I think we have enough excitement at 1 AMA. Um, so the launch date we have planned is September 18th. So that is a Saturday. So the last launch we did was on the Tuesday. We did it on a Saturday so we can accommodate more people on their schedules. Um, so September 18th is the goal, but there is one more milestone left to accomplish that we'll announce later this week. And if we don't achieve that by the 18th, we'll push it by 1 week. So September 18th is the date with a backup date of the 25th. So that's the launch date. So now we can announce that officially, and everyone can anticipate that and work towards it, plan around it. The timing will be voted on by the community, so we'll put a vote out in the community and make sure that we can have access to the most amount of people at the same time. My last update is marketing. So you've seen in the last week the significant growth that we've had. So we started our marketing efforts a long time ago. Um, as soon as we had to decide to relaunch, we started that right then and there. So we had our agreement with Google. We're one of 15 companies in the entire world allowed to do Google Ads in cryptocurrency. We started building that data, and now we're targeting that data. So what you're seeing is, multiple marketing efforts come together. You're seeing influencers of specific demographics, tweeting out, doing giveaways, doing contests. You're seeing ads pop up on YouTube, on select influencer channels, and you're seeing static ads all over the Google space. We've been doing AMAs in different communities. A lot of those communities have joined us today. So welcome, thank you, and thank you for having us in your groups. We're going to continue doing those in the groups that we feel could benefit from learning about Steam Exchange, right? So we don't want to just go to every single group and just talk about Steam Exchange. We definitely want the audience coming into Steam Exchange and coming into our family to be, select and to be, in it for the vision. We're going to continue pushing the same way, not just till we launch a token and all the way until we launch our platform, right? The marketing, the push, the growth, it's never going to stop, right? Until you can log into Steam Exchange one day and trade on our platform. And even then, it continues. So that's my update from an operation standpoint. I will post more information about what I talked about as far as the pre-sale, details, the private sale details in more detail, I guess, later on today. But with that, I'm going to pass it off to Chris so he can give you a small infrastructure update.
Thanks, Devil. Good afternoon, everyone. So for those who don't know me, my name is Chris Beckford. I am the head of infrastructure. For all the new members and even existing members, welcome aboard. We truly appreciate everything and everyone's involvement so far, and we hope that everyone is just as excited as we are for this journey. So quickly, I know Neville and Gary have touched a little bit on stage 2, but just quick update on stage 2 development. We are now entering the final stages. Literally the next 3 days, we will be, officially turning it over on the 31st of August. So we're really excited for that. However, in parallel to that, we've actually fast-tracked the progression for stage 3, and we've pulled in our timelines to also run them in parallel, which is major. So immediately for stage 3, we're underway right now, and sometime in September, as Gary mentioned, with regards to the UI, the user interface, which was presented to you, that's not the end-all be-all, right? So we are anticipating some pretty fast user updates, user interface updates for September, and probably by the 19th, 20th from my timelines right now, we will probably have some updated information to kind of share with the community. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Now for the stage 3 development, as you guys are aware, we have been sourcing our lead developers, which will be brought on pretty soon. Just a little bit of background information on that. Within our first week of our posting the ad, we've had well over 350 applicants, which is massive, within 5 business days, literally. And within that 1 week, we've interviewed 50 people so far. The feedback and response we've gotten from the applicants has been amazing, and we're definitely looking forward to continuing these discussions with our application or with our applicants. With our partnered University of Waterloo, we've probably had about 10 to 15 applicants, and we've come down to a short list of 3 really strong candidates for the final stages. So next week we will be in the final stages of the interview process, and between the lead developers and our co-op students, we will be bringing them on for the tentative start date of the 20th, right? Lastly, as it pertains to stage 3 roadmap, I know a lot of you have been asking for this information, and from a roadmap perspective, we will be releasing that on the 25th of September. The reason why we're going to be releasing it around that date is because obviously in order for us to build out the requirements, we do need our developers on board to sit down with them and kind of hash out. So we have high levels, but we're obviously looking to get a lot granular, right? That way the information provided to you is as accurate as possible, and we're tracking accordingly from there. So in a nutshell, that's it from a stage 2 and stage 3 development. Definitely in September, there'll be a lot more juicy information to come. So we hope everyone sits tight, and there's going to be a lot more good stuff to come. Gary, am I handing it over to you for a little bit of a reveal here?
No,
Well, I kind of revealed it.
Oh, you early? You early?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just the power outage killed me, so I couldn't use the desktop and the other screen, so I had to bring it upstairs to my wife's office. And I didn't have my notes on me, so I just revealed it.
It's okay. So I'll take over from here. So I'm putting a video in the chat for everyone to watch while we select the winners for the giveaway, and then we'll move into our questions, guys. So have a look. It's about a minute long. It's uploading right now, and we'll catch you in a little bit with the winners, and then we'll move on to questions.
And then after the winner selected, you're gonna drop the congratulations song. You know that, or no? Okay, never mind.
You can drop it.
That was a joke, man. You're supposed to laugh, man.
Neville, were you running the program or was Zinky?
Just like the winners, it was C.
Yeah.
So C's just getting that
Oh,
data right
see?
now.
Okay.
In the meantime, just enjoy the video. It's about a minute long, and that's about how long it's going to take to get the winner list. So hold on tight. We're picking them live, right? So that's why it's taking a little bit longer. So just give us a second.
Hey, bro, did I miss it?
The giveaway, it's happening right now. Or did you miss the AMA? Yeah, you definitely missed the entire AMA.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I was out on the town.
That's okay.
Sorry,
We're recording
Neville,
it. We'll
did
share
you
the
record?
update for it.
Okay.
All right, so the first winner's in, the rich young lady. Congratulations. If you're online, shoot me a DM with your BSC address, and I will send you your funds, your $100 your busty. Sorry. Second winner coming up. C, hopefully. SOS 2021-1. Congratulations, you're also one of the winners. Same thing, shoot me a DM and with your BSC address, and I'll send you your funds. Last winner coming up. Dun 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 dun. Killer Jam. Congratulations, you're also a winner. So shoot me a DM with your BSC address, and I'll set you up. Congratulations, guys. Those are the winners. Let's move on to our questions. So who has questions from the chat?
You gotta start unmuting people, man.
Unmuted, Chino, you have a question, I believe, buddy?
Yes, bro. This is available in Hong Kong and in China, right? In Hong Kong, right?
Right. So we're definitely working with Asia on getting regulated and compliant there. That one is proving to be a little bit difficult, but we are working through it. So it is definitely on our map to make sure that you're able to trade on Steam Exchange when the time comes.
So what you're saying is it won't be available at launch, or?
No, we are aiming to have it available on launch. So
Oh,
hang in
okay,
there,
okay.
and we'll definitely announce those. So that's our plan, right? So as we get regulated and compliant, and we're able to launch in multiple countries, we'll announce the countries as we go.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Thanks for your question.
I got a question. Just a quick question. Meanwhile, do they have where they can still have access using through a VPN, just like the way that I know that other exchanges in United States is not allowed, and still we have access using through VPN. Do they still have access?
So yeah, for most places, I mean, you can do that, but the thing is that in order to off ramp on our platform, you're gonna have to KYC. So you can VPN and KYC, that's fine. But if you live in a country where it's completely banned, it's gonna be difficult for us to accommodate that for sure. But yeah, as long as you can KYC, you can get onto our platform from anywhere in the world.
Sounds fair enough.
I got a question.
Sure, go ahead.
So what are your plans to incentivize project to list on your exchange? I
Okay.
have seen new exchange that came out a few months ago, and they are kind of having a hard time is like convincing project to list on their exchange. So I think it will not be an easy thing. I would like to hear what your plans is.
Right, right. So we are a centralized cryptocurrency exchange, right? So we're going to be offering all the main coins, right, that you buy from like Binance or crypto.com. So that's going to be kind of our main function, a centralized cryptocurrency exchange. But with that said, we do also have the decentralized aspect of Steam Exchange. So the problem with other platforms at the moment is they don't have built-in tokenomics. They don't have, a BSC node built into their backend. So it's difficult to list tokens and like BSC tokens. But for us, that won't be a problem. We can list any token on the BSC whenever we want because that's what we're building into our platform. So because we're building from scratch, we've learned from all the mistakes other platforms have made while they develop their platform and develop their updates. So we're definitely aligning ourselves to succeed in that front by being able to actually list tokens with full tokenomics.
That's awesome, man. I like
Good
it.
question. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. I think Bitspec had a question. Did you want to ask your question?
Yeah, no. I just wanted to see if Chino was an investor in the project, but I can see that he's here. He's asking questions, so it's a good sign.
Oh, right on.
Right
on.
Thank you. And guys, just to reiterate, we are one of 15 companies in the world. So one of 15 in the world that's allowed to advertise for crypto on Google. What that means is we're properly registered. So I don't know if you've been to many other projects that the devs doxing doesn't really mean anything because you can just pay an actor. So what we did, we have legal paperwork incorporated in Canada that you can follow up with. Just so you guys fathom this, the magnitude of this. We don't even have team wallets on the token. So there's no team wallets. Neville, do you want to explain more about that maybe?
So one of the things that we learned from our past and I guess other projects is that team wallets usually have like a negative impact, right? So that's one thing that we're not looking to do this round, right? So we're not going to have any team tokens at all. No dev tokens, no team wallets, no research wallets, none of that stuff. So it's going to be straight funded through Swap and Liquify. So everything is passive. There's not going to be any active trading by the team. And we did that specifically because of our transparency, right? So we definitely want you to feel comfortable as an investor, knowing that the day won't come like ever that the team will have to sell some tokens to make things happen. It's all done passively, and we're not actively ever going to dump on the project.
Love it.
Any other questions?
Are we still expecting in your tokenomic, the previous one that we had it with anti-wells as well?
Right. So we're definitely approaching it a little bit differently. So we're going to have anti-whale mechanisms, and there's also going to be other functions put into place to protect the investors, right? We can't talk about them, obviously, because then that kind of gives it out and incentivizes people to figure it out. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of functions in play that will protect both the chart and the investors buying into the project.
Thank you. The other question that I have for you, that you mentioned that you guys are able to list it any BSC tokens. Does that mean that you guys will have the ability to get it listed, whether they are reflection coins or reward coins? Would they be able to get listed in your platform if it comes?
Correct. Yep, correct.
Yep, that's correct. We have the entire Binance blockchain running already. So whatever, whoever, and wherever they are, as soon as they do a token launch or wherever it is, we can right away list it should we want to. Right away, instantly.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing because I know that Binance, or Coinbase, they are struggling for getting even listed. If the coin has a reflection, off the bed, they're rejecting for it. That's gonna mean, like something totally unique. That no one else has it as of right now.
Right. That's because nobody else ever attempted to create what we are creating right now is a decentralized. So any decentralized, right, and centralized combination has never, ever, ever been done before. This is literally a first. And I keep telling people that whatever our team touches has to be a new gold standard in the industry. There you go. That's one of them.
Wow. So you guys are going to be one of the first places that any new coin that wants to get listed.
Well, they can always come to us. I'm not saying that we'll list them just as they launch. I'm saying that we are able to list them immediately after launch. So you launched, and 1 second later, if we wanted to, we could already have you there.
Sounds fair enough. Thank you so much, buddy.
No problem. But definitely on the decentralized end, the moment they launch, you will be able to trade them right away on the decentralized end. But to list them on the centralized end, we have to do it manually. So we have to punch in their token address, for example, right? But on the decentralized end, they're available in right away.
Wow. That's amazing. I haven't seen, like with my crypto experience, something like that. So yeah, this is gonna be one of the revolution, exchange that years and years people will talk about it.
I truly hope so. Nobody has done physical location. We're doing it. Nobody's done a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange together. We're doing it. There's many, many other things that we're just not telling you about that we're also doing that are going to revolutionize the industry. Like I said, man, gold standard no matter what we touch.
Amazing, amazing, brother.
And just to add to sort of some of those pioneering features that Gary mentioned, right, guys? I want to bring to light a highlight that the updates you saw today, the insight into the look and feel of the exchange, the announcement that stage 2 was complete. These things, these milestones, are not something that just got checked in the box like a month ago or a week ago. The team, we've been working hard behind the scenes for more than 6 months to make sure that all the cogs are turning, all our I's are dots, our T's are crossed, and everything is sort of set up for success. So essentially what we're trying to say is 2/3 of our journey, of the Steam Exchange journey to our final exchange platform, we're there. We're at that platform, and there's a train coming that's essentially saying, hey, all aboard on September 18th or potentially the 25th, and we're heading straight for the exchange, right? It's the final stage. To give you guys, I'm not sure if we touched upon it today, but the sort of degree of credibility that we have is we are currently accepting positions, organizing interviews. We've had multiple applicants. You guys can go check out our LinkedIn page, our Indeed page. We have job postings currently for our blockchain developers who are going to bring on board and essentially help scale our team, right? So that shows you that we mean business. I know Neville and Chris and Gary have been through multiple interviews already. There've been a ton of applications, and shows you that just the organic interest generated around a pioneering project like this. So it's important to just put into scale and understand that the work that's gone behind the scenes to bring us to this point. So that's just something I wanted to bring about.
Thank you, Enki. So Enki's our marketing expert, if you guys are not sure. So he was the one that made the magic happen, right? So he's the one that's been working behind the scenes, getting all the marketing up, getting our ads up. He was the one that put together all the Twitter giveaways. So he's definitely a gem. So if you guys are looking for somebody to help you out with your project, he's definitely a good guy to look for.
I mean, hey guys, I'm gonna be super busy though. Steam Exchange is my focus, so any DMs I get is the priority is Steam for Steam Exchange and only Steam Exchange at that stage. And I'm in a position where I'm so happy to help, and there's such a great team behind this. You know, we've from day one the team has had a complete open door policy. So AMAs, no AMAs, guys. You'll see the co-founders. You're gonna see the team in here day in, day out, committing themselves, interacting with our community. You have any questions, we always like to say there are no silly questions. We're constantly welcoming new members on board as well. So this is going to be a movement, a pioneering movement, and essentially look around. We're one of the first few who are on this sort of journey together. So that's all I want to say. And if you see the vision with us, please tell your family and friends. September 18th, hopefully, knock on wood, if everything goes well, we're currently set up for success. Let's just say that.
Hey guys, I got
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
for when I last checked, you guys did not renounce. That's one, right?
Yeah, we will not be renouncing ownership, and the reason for that is that
Oh no, I'm tracking. I get it. I completely understand. I just want to make sure the contract is not renounced. I don't like
no,
contract. Yeah,
absolutely
good.
not.
Next question is: can we make in the Telegram the bio, make those websites, those links actually hyperlinks? Because you can't click them.
Right on, for sure. Definitely on it. I was actually on it, and then I got distracted, so that's on me. So I would definitely update that for sure.
Okay, awesome. No, that's all I got. Appreciate
Right
it.
on.
I believe they are hyperlinks though in our bio, so we'll definitely look into that. But from what I see on my phone currently, it does work. But yeah, we're gonna
No,
look
no,
into
he's
that.
talking
Thanks for
about
that.
the bio. He's talking about the bio. He's not talking about the / socials. He's talking about the bio.
Yeah, on a TG official sort of the about section, those links are hyperlinked currently.
Yeah, I just took a look, and I noticed that I couldn't click them. So I'll take a look, and I'll make sure that they're clickable for sure.
Okay, yeah. So, cause that's why so when we get more people into the group, that's one of the first place. At least that's what I always do. First place I go to is straight to the info, the little bio, and try to look for the website, the Twitter, the Instagram, all that good stuff.
For sure, man, for sure, and I appreciate that. The feedback was awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep. How are you?
Hey, I'm pretty good. So for the previous holders, I just saw in the chat that someone said that the snapshot was taken and we'll be given the same amount of tokens, but I believe it's the same amount of money value, right?
Correct. Yeah. So the price floor of this launch will be exactly the same as the price floor of the previous one, and you will get your airdrop will be of your token balance as of July 19th.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. I know, a lot of people had like hundreds of millions and billions. And for the pre-sale, you guys were talking about one BNB being like, I think it was like 20 million or something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So definitely a lot there was not any holders actually that were over or that amount, but like definitely the new investors coming in, they have a lot of protections in place. So we're definitely gonna take care of them. So don't worry about that. Definitely in the weeks to come after launch, there's a lot of efforts going into place to make sure that things go really well. I anticipate that a couple of months down the road, our market cap will be at a ridiculous amount, more than you've seen the BSC space at so far. This in the last little bit.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand that. I just wanted to, because one BNB for like 20 mil versus someone that had like, I don't know.
Right, but the previous launch, just to keep in mind, was like one BNB equals 25 million, right? So it's not that much different. We did have to incent.
Oh, my bad. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So we had to find a nice balance between everyone, right, and make sure that everyone has their benefits. So it definitely took a while to figure out. A lot of math went into place, a lot of testing, and this is honestly the best case scenario. So, like I said, there's going to be a lot of incentives for the new blood coming in. So just hang in there and just pay attention.
Oh yeah, I was a previous holder, so I'm all in.
Right on.
Yeah,
happy to have you.
No, definitely. Hopefully, I can get into.
Thank you for sticking with us.
And stuff like that. Hell yeah, this is a great idea. You guys are doing great. Honestly, this is amazing.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
From the previous holders, so I was, like anybody who was from the previous holders, knows and understood it, about your project, especially when you guys told everyone, hey, you guys have 3 days. If you want to stick with us, we'll shut it off and come up with a better plan.
that they would have left it, and everybody, you know, knew what is at stake, you know, and decided that, you know, like they don't want to left behind. So you guys have done, you know, have earned our trusted already, and I'm sure that the new investors, you're gonna gain this trust as well. So thank you.
For sure,
Well
man.
done.
And just before I move on from that topic, like I do want to say, right? So the whole reason that we are doing this launch is for the holders, right? Is for the people that are having our backs and standing by and watching us progress, right? So I can't say that for many other projects, right? Like if things go wrong, sometimes they just, you know, back off and disappear, but not us. We knew that we had to make right on the situation, and that's exactly what we're doing. So, you know, just keep your heads up, and we're there, right? The relaunch is around the corner,
Keep
and
in
we're ready
mind,
to go.
we want to do gold standard on everything. So we want to set an example in the BSC space of what something should be. Sorry, go ahead. You had a question?
Yeah. Where'd Ragnar go?
I don't know, man.
Is he drunk or something? What's going on? He was bouncing around.
No idea, but nice to see you here.
Hey, I told you guys I would be here.
Right on, right on. Thank you for coming by.
Hey, you're welcome, man.
So the question is, when you guys opening the sweep widget for the whitelist competition and the shilling group as well?
That should be live by end of day tomorrow, for sure. End of day tomorrow or sooner.
All right, cool.
But you could join the raid group. It is operational.
Right. So that's already open. So that's good to go. So you can go ahead and join that group if you wanna take part of the private sale. But for the sweep widget contest, that's gonna be coming live between now and end of day tomorrow.
Can you please DM me the link for that?
Yeah, Gary just put it in the chat.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Wait, so for the private sale, I gotta be part of the shilling team, guys?
Yes, my man. Yes, my man. So the private sale is going specifically to the raid team. So the people that are going to be working hard nonstop, they're going to get the guaranteed allocations, and then everyone that does the contest will get the whitelist for the pre-sale.
Man, I should win just on principle, guys. I'm joking with you.
You know we're fair, man. You know we try to keep it fair here.
I know that. Nah, Chino, you heard that right. In order to get the on the pre-sale, the kind of thing sale, you gotta get your ass in there and chill.
Oh shit, we got another Chino. I just heard Chino. I'm like, what?
Okay, so what we have to shield, right?
Absolutely, you got to get our word out, man. You got to let people know that Steam Exchange is coming.
And on Telegram or what?
Telegram, man. So the raid chat's pretty cool, right? So we have a lot of fun. So what we do is like sometimes we pick a YouTube target. We'll go there and start chatting in their chat, right? Their live chat, or we'll find a tweet that's about something relevant to us, and we'll start tweeting and retweeting there. So it's not hard, man, and you'll have fun doing it for sure. And you get to meet a bunch of cool people that have like minds, and you'll have fun with it.
Look, you don't gotta be there 24/7. Just
For
do what
sure.
you can, right?
No, you can be a slave, dog.
Is there a shilling group that we can join?
I'm sorry. Come again.
I said, is there a shilling group that we can join?
Yeah, so we call that the raid group, and there's two different links. One posted by me, another one posted by one of our admins. 2 messages ago.
Yeah, I just pinned it as well, my man. So if you want to join it, go ahead and join it. Yeah, we'll talk more about it soon in that chat. So go ahead and join it when you have a second.
Okay, that's fine.
And
we have 2 chinos. That's what he was talking about. We have 2 chinos in the chat. Wow, I feel so honored.
Yes, sir. That's why I was confused.
Let's go.
Just to tie back, essentially the purpose of that is a private sale. we want people to earn those spots, right? Where we're not going to be having preferential treatment towards any party. It's going to be fair and transparent and credible, as we've been from day one, right? And also on that note, what you guys see is not essentially all of our cards, right? In the interest of our community, in the interest of our project, we do have information that we need to strategically time and release to our community and to the wider audience. So all I want to say is we have some ingenious things stored up in mind, and it's going to be a fun journey. We can't share more at this stage, but we have multiple avenues that we're exploring. So thanks, guys, and come along for the ride.
Exactly.
Get your tickets, everyone. Get your tickets.
The Steam exchange is about to move. That's what I'm hearing. Ladies and gents, you're bringing in your family and your friends. That's what you're saying?
You know I will.
I'm sorry.
Like-
Again, you repeat that one more time for me?
I'm just wondering how many spots is that for the private pre-sale?
So definitely, I'll post all that information soon. I'm just working out the imagery for it, and as soon as it's done, I'll post it out.
Yeah, I got you. Thanks, man.
Not a
Looking
problem.
forward to this, man.
Yo, I could say one thing. I want to congratulate the team for not only earning our trust, but showing us that they are reputable projects in the BSE space. Because when there was an error, you guys, before questions were even taken, you guys already put your preventative measures in there to ensure that your holders were taken care of, and you would not give them anything less than they deserve. And for setting that gold standard, I'm sure that everybody's going to reciprocate that amount of love and even more, because they don't just want to benefit. I'm sure everybody has family members that they know want to change their financial positions, and they know want to be a part of great things coming in the future. And literally, this is one of the few times that anybody has the chance to invest in an exchange before it comes out that's legit. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And everybody that's sitting here, you guys are in the making for it. This is something that's going to be revolutionary. So enjoy the chance, enjoy the moment, but also capitalize as best as you can on it. All right? Help the project, help the team, make it something big. And if you're a part of it, you're going to feel even more fulfilled to say, hey, 10 years down the road, I was a part of helping this thing to become this what it is, you know? It's something big, man. So everybody just get the project the love that it deserves, because the devs are putting all the time in that they can. They're not stucking any corners. They're not cutting any corners. They're not doing anything wrong. And they're following it straight by the book. So to be that transparent and that honest, you guys got my full vote on this, man. I'm going to sell a couple things, and I'm coming in here hard.
Thank you, buddy.
All right.
For sure. And here's the thing,
Thank
right? So,
you.
like, how often do you get to see, ever, a centralized platform being built from scratch, and we take you along for the journey, right? Like, when Binance was created, it was created behind the scenes and it was launched, right? No one, like, we knew it was coming, but no one got to see the progress and got to see all the hurdles, got to see all the mistakes, all the problems, right? How we overcame them, right? No one got to message CZ and say, hey, bro, like, I don't like how that button looks, change it, right? So, that's the kind of people we want to be for you guys, right? And we want to give you guys a project that you can be along for the ride for, right? Even our logo, coming down to our logo. So our old logo, right? The community decided that, hey man, this isn't jiving anymore. We've got to change this up. I don't like the blue. I don't like the color. And after a little bit of time, when we decided that we're going to move into stage 2, like, we set the color theme based on what the community wanted, right? And that's feedback we would not have gotten if we aren't doing it this way. So thank you guys for sure for being along for the ride, and we look forward to continue this journey with you.
Right on.
Great.
Does anyone have any questions?
If there aren't any live questions right now, or if you guys need a little more time to just think of something, I do know that our team has been collecting some questions across the weeks prior to this AMA as well. So we can possibly dig into those maybe.
Right on. So there's actually one good question that came in today. So you're creating a new blockchain. Who will be allowed to make dApps on the network? So at the beginning, it'll only be Steam Exchange. So this blockchain is an internal ecosystem at first, but eventually, as we evolve and continue developing it, it will be opened up, right? And people will get to take advantage of the Steam Exchange platform in its entirety. So that was definitely a good question. I really enjoyed that one. there was another question. It says, I'm wondering more information on how NFTs are going to work. So that's actually a really good question because it ties into one of our stage 3, deliverables that we have in our project roadmap. We can't really speak to it today at a large scale, but we can say that NFTs are definitely going to be involved in our platform in some way or another, in a very innovative, first of its kind way.
Hey guys, how you doing? I have a question.
Hey, Waleed, how are you?
How you doing? Yeah, I heard you guys said like the new sale is gonna be 1 BNB 20 million.
So it's tier structured, right? So every tier has a different price.
Okay. I don't get it. What does that mean?
So like, as the tiers go on, so tier 1 will be like the best price at 20 million, then tier 2 will be a lower price or higher price, sorry, and then tier 3 will be a higher price than that. So it's a tiered structure. So it's incentive of, getting in on the private sale number 1 and then getting in on the whitelist number 2 and then just being first to the party.
So does that mean that the price for the token is getting expensive than the last time, or is gonna be the same? I mean,
That's correct.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the price per token is higher.
Oh, okay.
And the price floor that we launch at will be the same.
Oh, okay. That's cool. All right. Thanks, guys.
Not a problem. Thanks for your question.
Good question.
Anyone have any other questions? Come on, guys. Good opportunity here.
Man, I'm just stoked, man, because literally this is a rare opportunity right here for anyone that's just getting into crypto when they see that they're buying from Binance or they're using stuff like MetaMask. It's like you have the opportunity, this is the inception of it here, the growth of it, the beginning of something massive, right? I have never been a part of something like this. And I must say to everybody that has followed me here, thank you for trusting me. And now you can see, literally, this is everything that I've said and more. And the team is delivering it. So do the same thing that I did. Invite your friends, right? Invite your family, because this is going to be something that can change things for the better in the few years to come. And if you don't trust me, and you're already here and seeing it evolve, right? This is the only thing that I want to say. You're going to regret not bringing those people in later. But don't say that he didn't try his best, all right? The devs are here telling you the whole roadmap. It's not word of mouth. It's in paper in front of you. You can read it. And if you want to ask questions, they give you umpteen thousand possible times to do it. So sit down, read the white papers. Anything that you don't understand, you can ask them. And they will have no problem with sitting down personally and chopping it up for you and dissecting that information. This is great customer service, and this is transparency. This is something that a lot of businesses in the world lack. And they're showing you from the inception, this is the foundation that they stand on. Come on, everybody. Like, if you aren't with CMX right now, you're going to wish that you would be later on. And don't be in that second category. Jump in now. That's all I have to say, guys.
Right on. Thank you again, E. There's another question that came in via chat. So the question was, is this a coin or a token? Okay, so that's a good question because there's a good answer that backs it. So this is a token, right? So what we're launching on BSC is a token, but Steam Exchange is developing our own native coin on our own blockchain. So once the platform is developed and ready to go, and the native coin and the blockchain is developed and ready to go, we'll be swapping members that KYC on our platform and join our platform over to the native coin. And that comes with other rewards and other benefits, such as like, reduced trading fees, even up to no trading fees, no maker, no taker fees. So there's definitely incentive for long-term hold, all the way up until the platform launches. So that's a really good question as well. So this is definitely a token, but eventually it'll be a coin.
Yeah,
I got
that's a really good question. Yeah.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
got a
let's wrap
question. So the what's this thing called now? Fees, right? When you're transferring tokens and sending them around or changing coins and stuff like that. How does that work with you guys? Do you guys see yourselves as having lower fees than some of the competition, or will it be around the same price for fees? What's that structure going to look like?
we're definitely aiming to do the lowest we can, but we do have to keep in mind all the operational cost, right? So we obviously have to take something, but we will look at it, and ideally we would be cheaper than everybody else. Again, for us, it's the volume. So Binance is effectively December 31st will no longer be available in Canada. And then you got 1.4 million users. Where are they gonna go? So ideally, for us, it's going to be the volume, not necessarily the amount. I'm sorry. I hope that answers the question.
Sure, thank you.
Right on.
Guys,
Absolutely.
I picked up a fun little question here from the group as well. So someone's asked that for the jobs posted on LinkedIn and for upcoming positions as well, will they be salaried with fiat money, or is there a possibility of crypto or a blend, or how does that look?
Right on. That's a good question. So the positions that we're hiring for are going to be salaried. They're going to be fully employed by Steam Exchange, direct deposit, full onboarding into our environment. We're going to be offering things like benefits, medical, dental, vision. So it's the full shebang, right? You're going to become an employee of Steam Exchange. So that's the stage we're at, right? That's the cool thing about where we're entering this launch at, is we're entering the launch in a stage that we're actually in the position to actually fill out our organization and actually have an organizational chart that we put together that actually shows you the depth of which we're actually going to be hiring at for our launch, the platform launch. So I'll share that with you
Do you
guys.
have it available to drop it?
Sorry?
Did you do you have it on your computer so you can drop it? Can you drop it for them? Do you have it available on your computer?
I mean, I have a version of it. I don't have the final version yet.
Okay, yeah, okay. So when you get that over,
Yeah, I'll definitely drop it in the chat when it's ready. Right, so that's kind of showing you the depth of where we are in our roadmap and our development, right? So we have all our licenses and registrations, we have our incorporation, we have our platform fully under development, entering into stage 3. And stage 3 is the coolest part, right? That's the part we've been talking about since day 1. That's the stage that we put all of our core functions together, develop all the functions that make Steam Exchange unique in the space. And like Gary mentioned, like everything we want to do, we want to be the first people to do it, right? So that's something that you have to look forward to for sure, right? And that's the benefit of launching where we're launching, because now it's time. Now it's literally going to be update central here, right? You're going to see all of our functions and features be revealed. As we develop them, we're going to show them to you. We'll keep testing them with the community, select few from the community, and we're going to continue evolving and keep pushing that. That was a good question, Anki. Thanks for that.
Absolutely. But guys, the floor is open. This is your time. We're here for you guys. If there are any thoughts, any questions, just bring them to the table. You can DM us after this AMA as well if you're not comfy speaking on voice. But essentially, we're here for you guys, and we'll continue to have our door open. So please reach out at any time.
So I got a next question then. Like with some of these altcoins, right, that are on like some of these weird exchanges that I haven't even touched yet, because one of my friends was asking me about something called Nest Protocol. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this coin, but he was trying to find somewhere to buy it because he's up here in Canada. He's in Toronto, and he really couldn't find an exchange that we thought were safe to get access to this crypto. And I was wondering, is this something where you guys would have a wider net for some of these smaller tokens and coins, or are you guys just going to stick like how some of Coinbase and Binance those have their structure set up in terms of getting access to some of these coins?
so you can definitely get anything that's on the decentralized side. I mean, it's decentralized, so as long as it's launched, you'll be able to buy it.
Oh, that's amazing. Say less. I love this.
And guys, Neville dropped the his side of the chart in the main group if you guys want to take a look at it. And he dropped Chris's side of the chart as well.
And a view of the whole chart.
Yep.
This is all the pieces of the puzzle we got to fill in, right? This is something that we're going to keep going and hiring with. More job postings are going to come up as we progress, and the need for these positions need to be filled. So yeah, this shows you the depth of our organization on launch. So just to launch our platform on day one, we need 31 employees.
Right.
And those employees are going to get full benefits. They're going to be full salaried. They'll be on a payroll, direct deposit. Full-fledged employees, as if you're working a job, not a crypto job. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we're aiming.
So there's a good question in the chat. How is the liquidity being fulfilled? So again, I did speak to this before. I will speak to this again. The liquidity first gets drawn from decentralized part of the exchange. So our members that are registered with us that have current open orders will be filled first. Then, if it's not sufficient to fill anything else, we will go to other sources. So the decentralized side will be able to feed off of many liquidities in order to fill your orders. If you have a massive order that not one exchange can fill, as a whole, you are then able to fill it from a few different exchanges. So no matter what your order is, you will be always able to fill it. You're welcome.
Right on. I think that made sense, right? So what Gary's essentially saying is that no matter how big or small your transaction is, it will be filled, because it's not just the liquidity pool on Steam Exchange that's going to fund it. It's the pool from the DEX as well, right? So that's one of the cool functions and features of our platform is we're not 100% reliant on volume, right? So makers and takers won't deter you from making your trades, because if it can't be filled on Steam Exchange, it will be filled outside of Steam Exchange on the DEX. Well, which is still inside, but filled from a different pool. Right? Anyone else have any questions?
I think they're typing some in the main chat. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, no, never mind. He's just, yeah.
You don't sell your kidney, man. Please.
He can buy 10 kidneys after he launches, or maybe 100 kidneys. Go ahead, brother.
Kidney too.
Oh, it's on my kidneys.
Okay, so
There's
there's one
a
question that
question
came
there.
in. Yeah, it says, what will be the reason or how will you attract investors to your exchange instead of Binance, Gate.io, or any other exchange? So that's kind of like a multi-tiered question, right? So we definitely have all of our marketing in place. It's just waiting to unfold, right? So we mentioned earlier that we did a lot of analytics. We captured a lot of data on where the traffic's coming from. So we have a really good idea of who's interested and where they are. And some of that data was pretty astonishing, right? Like we have a lot of people from Canada, obviously. So thank you guys for the Canadian support. But we have places in the world that are actually being impacted by what's going on in the crypto space. So, people in the UK, Australia, the US, that's kind of where the majority of our analytics are coming from. Then we also have places like Japan and China, right? Which is also under scrutiny at the moment. So we definitely have the advantage as far as marketing goes, because now we can use our Google ads, because we have that blanket approval by Google, to target these people and let them know that, hey, there is a new home for you coming soon. But above that, right, there's other functions and features. So people like Binance, right, titans like Binance and Crypto.com and Gate.io. So they're sitting in a position where they're very established, right? They have their client base, they have their members, so they're comfortable. And they're more comfortable knowing that a platform's not going to come into play that is at the same level or higher, right? They're going to launch and then they're going to build. But we're planning on launching our platform at the same caliber or higher than these other platforms. And at the same time, offering functions and features that don't exist today, number one. And then number two, it took time for these other titans to develop, and we're going to do it better. So it's a matter of waiting, right? It's a waiting game now. So the marketing has to unfold. We are targeting outside the crypto space, right? So it's not just the crypto space that we're targeting. Definitely not just the BSC space that we're targeting. We're targeting the real world, right? And we're targeting people that are impacted by what's going on. A lot of people want to get into crypto for the first time and they have no idea how. Well, Steam Exchange is going to teach you how, right? We're going to teach you what the history of cryptocurrency is, the current state of cryptocurrency, the future state, basic trading, intermediate trading, advanced trading, technical analysis. So these are all things that we want to actually teach our members, right? So when they do want to make their trades, they're making smarter choices, right? They're not just saying, oh, Ripple was on the news, I'm going to buy it. They're going to go and research what Ripple is with the knowledge that they've gained from Steam Exchange and apply it to their trading. Right, so we have a lot of differentiators at Steam Exchange that makes us different than other platforms, and I'm pretty sure that one day, once that marketing reaches the right people, that'll speak volumes, right, and people will recognize that. But that was definitely a good question as well. So thank you for that from the chat.
That was awesome question. Awesome answer, Neville.
Thank you. Sorry, guys, I talk a lot. So
just to explain it very simply, we can teach you guys how to count. 2 + 2 = 4. What you count with it is up to you. So if you count bananas or apples, it's up to you, right? So we can teach you how to count. We can't tell you what to count. So we'll teach you what you need to know in order to succeed, but where you put your money is up to you.
Exactly. So I mean, there's more to it, right? It comes down to our ethics, right? And why we're doing what we're doing, right? It comes down to making sure that people are safe, right? You're trading in a safe and confident environment, right? You're comfortable, you know what you're doing. And if you don't know, we want to teach you, right? We want to make sure you do know. I don't know any other platform except Binance. I'll say this. I'll give you an example of an experience I had in Binance. So when I wanted to get into derivative trading and leverage trading, I was presented by Binance saying, "Sorry, you can't do this until you learn how to do it from Binance," and that's basically them covering their own behind, right? I didn't get any offer for knowledge transfer or training or learning from Binance before I clicked that leverage trading button. But just to cover their own butts, like they said, hey, sorry, you can't do that until you learn how to do it, right? And I think that's wrong. I think that the education and the knowledge should be available from day one, right? If someone wants to learn what cryptocurrency is and wants to learn how to trade effectively, that should be available to them and presented to them. It should be in their face, and they should be able to access that training anytime, not just when it suits us best.
You know what? I just remember there was another question. What are we going to do to protect users on the mobile apps? Because there are a lot of phones that are being hijacked to redirect the text messaging and all that kind of stuff. So one of the solutions that we did talk about, it won't be available off the get-go, but we will add it to the game plan. So like an updated version will come out. You'll have to update your mobile app, and it will be in there. One of the requirements is you could toggle a switch that will use your face as an ID. So you'll have to put in the 2-factor authentication, the SMS password that you got, and as well as scan your face with your phone. Because a lot of people can hack your phone to redirect your text messages, but they can't redirect your face. So that should give you another layer of protection, should you choose to take it. Does anyone have any more questions?
It's not just a multi-factor, right? It's also protecting yourself, right? So if your device ever gets lost or stolen, like no one should be able to access your Steam Exchange app, right? And that's another thing. So our apps are being signed by Apple, right? So we have our DUNS, like Gary mentioned. So our apps have to go through a very strict, security test by Apple before it gets uploaded to their Play Store. So there's gonna be a lot of protections in place. Like if you go to the App Store right now and you look up apps, you'll see signed or deployed by or the business and stuff like that. But in our case, it's gonna have our name, Steam Exchange, but it's gonna say validated by Apple. Right? So you have that extra layer of protection. So Apple's gonna step in and make sure that our app is also secure. And that same level of security is gonna go into our Android app as well.
And believe it or not, I believe you could actually download them on government devices because of that, correct, Neville?
Correct. So in Canada, I'm not sure about the rest of the world, but in Canada, government phones are kind of locked down. Not just government. If the organization opts in, there's a special function on Apple devices and Android devices. So Microsoft calls it Intune. So basically what it does is it allows the administrators of your organization to block certain apps. But our app, being DUNS compliant and Apple compliant, those organizations, like, they won't be able to stop those apps from being downloaded onto your phone because we're signed and we're secure, right? So those precautions go into play because of security. Apps can be downloaded to the phone that can access the data on the phone. So there's a trust factor. But with our app and us being DUNS compliant, that's not an issue for us. So we can actually be installed onto your work phone if you have one.
Just in case you do have to make a quick trade, your friend called you, hey, get in on this. If you guys want to do a quick trade, you can literally do it from any device. Right on, guys. If nobody has any more questions and you do think of one later on, you can DM one of us or DM one of the admins, or pop by anytime that the voice chat is open and literally ask anything you want to ask.
Yeah, Gary, I just had one last bit to add. I mean, Neville spoke in the previous question about sort of the power of knowledge and how we want to provide people with information and resources so that they can make the best informed decision, right? So on that note, and we're never sort of going to get tired of saying it, but we've partnered with the University of Waterloo, right? That hasn't come up in conversation today, but essentially we have a partnership with them where we can grow and help groom their students with some real world knowledge. And at the same time, we would leverage their skills, their expertise, and their resources to grow our base as well, whether that's educational curriculum or sort of certificates on our platform at a later stage. That is a significant partnership. For those of you who don't know, University of Waterloo is the #1 tech university in Canada, in all of Canada. That is where Vitalik Buterin, one of the co-founders of Ethereum, he went there, he studied there. So that shows you the caliber of sort of the talent that comes out of that university. And that's who we've partnered with from the foundational level, from the grassroots level, before exchange is even live. So that just gives you a picture of the scale of what is in store for us. I just wanted to add that towards the end.
Yep, and just to cap it off kind of thing, we were also picked up by, I believe, Yahoo Finance.
So not just Yahoo Finance. So we got picked up by Yahoo Finance. We got picked up by Canadian Insider, by CEO.ca. We got picked up by a bunch of people. So all of those are on our website, right? So if you go to our website, you'll see our partnership with Waterloo, and you'll see all of our press releases right below it. So if you haven't been to our website recently, we did update that, I think on Sunday. So have a read. The articles are the same, so they just got picked up after you put them out there. So if you pick up on the Yahoo one, you don't have to pick up on the rest of them. But it's definitely a good read. It was a good conversation, and I think that it gives you an idea of what we have in mind and what's to come. So with that said, I do want to thank everyone for joining our AMA. We did go a lot over our scheduled time, which is great. We love answering your questions. If any questions do come up, like Gary mentioned, feel free to drop by when the voice chat's open to ask them. Feel free to drop them in the chat. Feel free to DM us. All right, we're very open and transparent people. We want to make sure that you have access to us as much as possible. We do apologize if there is a delay in getting back to you, but we will get back to you, and that's a promise. So with that, thank you guys for joining. Take care.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, and feel free to pop by anytime and ask anything. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.